TinkerCAD tips. Hey, I recently had a follower who had watched one of my older videos on doing textures on objects and had asked if it was possible to do textures on letters. Well, of course it is. So I've got a couple different examples here, and we're going to go over how to do letters. But here's a couple examples I wanted to show you. Here's one example where the texture has been embedded into the letters. Over here in this example, the letters have been, or the texture has been lifted above the letters. And then back here I have an example where the textures have been embedded into the letters, but they're flush with the surface. Now this is two different objects, so that this can be exported and printed as two separate colors. So let me show you a couple things here. Let's take all of this and let's slide it off to the side. And let's bring these back over here. First off, there's a couple of different ways to do lettering. So, of course, over here in the standard objects, we have this text object, and we can drag this out. And by changing the text in here, we can make this anything that we want. Okay? Let's spell that correctly. But there's only a couple of different fonts available with this: sans, mono, serif, and braille. So let's get rid of these two, and let me show you how to do something that's done in more of a custom font. So if we come over here to the search, and we type up here in the search bar, custom font, there's a shape generator right here, this one in blue, custom font text, that we can bring out, and we can go and pick our own custom fonts. Now the way I normally do this, I come to this site here. It's called dafont.com, and you can come down here and you can pick a font that you want, and you download it. And what you'll end up with is generally a zip file like this one here that I downloaded called porkybold.zip. I right-clicked on that, and you can use either 7-zip or WinZip to extract that into a folder. And I did that in this case. So here's what it extracted, and then we have this OTF file. Now what we have to do is convert this OTF into an SVG. And for that, I went to this site, convertio.co, and you've seen me use this before. I clicked on Convert More Files. I click on Choose File. I'll go into my folder here. I'll click on that OTF, click Open. I come here. I click on SVG. I click on Convert. And once it's converted, I'll click on the download over here when this pops up. There's our final result. I'll click on download, and then I can save that SVG back to my folder. And if we come back to this folder here, there's the SVG that I want to use. We'll jump back over here into TinkerCAD. Let's exit this here for a moment. So here I would click on Upload File, and that's where I want to select my SVG. Here it is right here. Click on Open, and then up here in the text, I can put in whatever text that I want, and you'll have to give it a moment to resolve. So in any case, that's how we would get text that's of a custom font like this. Now let's look at, we delete this here, let's look at applying a texture to this. So I have my custom font here. So I simply went to Google and I typed in texture clip art black and white, and there's lots of them to choose from here. I happen to select this one here. I'll right click on it. I can do Save Image As, and I was able to save that image. There's my texture right there. And again, I used convertio.co to convert that JPEG image into another SVG. So here's my texture SVG. It doesn't look like much here. So let's come back to TinkerCAD and let's bring in that texture SVG. I'll click on Import, choose File. There's my texture. I'll click Open. I'll click on Art, and of course I could change the size here to whatever I wanted. I'll click on Import, and there's my texture. And I have this roughly sized to our text here. So let's do this in a couple of different ways. Let's first select both of these. I'm going to hit Control-D to duplicate. I'm going to make a duplicate of this that we can use on our next example. So let's do our first example where we're going to take our texture and lightly embed it into this text. So I'm going to take my texture here. I'm going to turn it into a hole shape. I'm going to Shift Select on my text. I'm going to hit L for align. I'm going to align it this direction, this direction. Now what I want to do is select on just my hole shape, the texture here. I'm going to lift it up. Now we're going to use the work plane tool. That's W on the keyboard. And I'm going to put the work plane on the top surface of our letter. I'm going to click on my texture here, and I'm going to hit D to drop. Now to embed it, I want to sink down a little bit. I want to go 0.5 millimeter, so I'm going to come down to my snap grid. I'm going to click on the 0.5 millimeter, and while holding down the Control key, I'm going to cursor down one click. I'm going to select the two of those and Control G to group. W again. I'm going to reset my work plane back to the default there. And you can see there our final product has that texture embedded down into the text. So that's our first example. So let's do another example here where we actually have it raised above. Now this has to be done in a little bit different way because we want the texture to be the shape of our lettering. So I have my text here, my custom font text. I have my SVG here. Now, I want this to be raised above 0.5 millimeter, so I'm going to change the height of my texture here to be 0.5 millimeters. Let's change the color to red. There we go. Let's do a quick alignment. So I'm going to select them both. I'm going to do L to align. Going to go this direction and this direction. Now I'm going to take my texture here and I'm going to raise it up just a little bit. Now we're going to make use of the intersect grouping function that was just recently added to TinkerCAD. So what I want to do here is I want to take my text. I'm going to click on the text. I'm going to hit Control D to duplicate. So now there's actually two of those texts. Now, in order to get my texture to follow the shape of this, we want to do an intersect. So I'm going to first click on my texture. I'm going to hold down Shift and I'm going to click on the text. So I have one copy of the text and I have my texture, both selected. You can see right here I have two shapes. I'm going to hit Control I to intersect group. There we have it. Now watch here as I lift this up. There's our cutout texture. So again, just like before, I'm going to zoom in here. I'm going to hit W, put my work plane here, and while I have this texture selected, I'm going to hit D to drop. I'm going to zoom out, put the W back on the work plane, And I can grab the two of those, Control G to group them. And now they're both the same color, but we can click on the color here and turn multicolor back on. So this is going to be the end of part 1. Join me back for part 2 and I'll show you how to embed this that it's flush. Like, follow, repost. We'll see you on part 2. Happy tinkering. Drop a comment.